What is happening, Internet? Welcome back to the Adam West Arkham Origins 10-year celebration stream series. How is everybody doing? Your first like goal is 100 likes. And I'm back after I released a video today, so if you guys want to head over to the O1 channel, another topic video was released, and tomorrow, you guys have a topic video on this channel because, yes, believe it or not, I have confirmed this. The Arkham Trilogy Collection is on sale for $39.99, not just digitally. EB Games or GameStop has a sale going on, and I believe Walmart. So if you guys have been on the fence about the Arkham Collection saying, I don't want to pay, full price for two great games and one game that's kind of well, now $39.99 until probably the end of the month is probably a great, jumping off point for you because you'll get to play two great games and, one game that's kind of buggy. We'll call it Buggy Nights. So the video will release tomorrow around noon on this channel, and it'll just be a fun video letting you guys know. Now, to be fair, we are not receiving any compensation whatsoever from Warner Brothers. Even though I'm seen as a detractor to Warner Brothers, I do like Batman games, and I think that everyone and their mom deserves to play Arkham at least once. In fact, most of the people that come over and attack my Suicide Squad informational videos have never played an Arkham game, and you can tell by their loopy comments. Because, I mean, they're just so disingenuous and raving like mad people.
They act crazy.
They act like crazy people, yeah.
Like, some of these people that are responding to Luke, like, the way that they're talking is like... It's like, what brainwashing camp did you come out of? Like, what is happening with you? Like,
yeah.
Like, I don't even know how to respond to their comments. Like, let me just give you an example. Like, one person was like, somebody responded to them like, well, it's not fair for, like, WB to come after their fans and, like, basically mess with their heads, try to make them believe that these are leaks or these aren't, and then mock them depending on if they believe the leaks or not, trying to make them out to be their own fans out to be the bad guys. Like, it's all a weird twisted game they're trying to do to demonize their own fan base so that they can try to shame them for believing this or that leak when it's literally their job as the company to confirm or deny the leaks to begin with.
Preach.
So, like, literally they're the ones messing with the fans' heads. This is how I feel. This is what I don't like about this whole leak situation. Is, like, literally, like, the problem with this whole leak situation is that WB has every ability to come out and easily tell you which ones are false and which ones are real. But they literally choose not to because it's all this weird head game with them. Where they're literally trying to... I've almost thought that they had like 4 different alternate endings just sitting in their office and they're just waiting for the fans to attack each other and then they'll just decide which one to add to the end at some point. It's almost like they don't even know what the end. But I really feel that what they're doing is, and but I can see what they're doing right now with these leaks, is they're literally demonizing certain parts of their fan base and you don't know which one. It's like they're pitting their fan base against each other. They're saying, like, first this one seems real, and now this leak seems real, and now this one seems real. And then you can see the hate in the comments of people coming after, like, any video discussing it. Like, I've noticed that these people that act insane in the comments to Luke's videos and other people's videos that are covering this, such as Salvage and, Slick Moth and other people that are literally just commenting on the... just report, literally, it's the game journalists and YouTubers' job and content creators' job to inform their audience about the leaks happening. It doesn't mean I love it how we had a lot of people in the comments that were saying, I can't believe you've jumped on this bandwagon, as if discussing that the leaks happen mean you've jumped on the bandwagon. The bandwagon of what? I'm not allowed to tell you that leaks happen? I'm not allowed to say, hey, what do you guys think about those leaks? I'm a content creator letting you guys know that leaks are happening. What do you guys think of it? Let's discuss it. That's jumping on the bandwagon? Discussing it openly and honestly and asking your audience what they think? Are you insane? How could that be jumping on the bandwagon? If you were jumping on the bandwagon, you'd be like, these links are 1,000,000% true, and I will die if it's not true. Nobody has ever said that.
Now
Nobody
that's
has
dramatic.
Nobody has ever done that, and they're literally that's what WB is doing. They are gaslighting because what they're saying is they're allowing all these leaks to go everywhere. They're allowing this to happen. They're doing this on purpose to demonize their own fan base because they're sick, twisted individuals.
Okay.
There's no way that these people could be, normal human beings. These people have to be. There's something wrong with
Careful where you're going with this.
But I'm
Let's
just
not
saying,
get into
like,
QAnon territory.
why would they do this to their own fan base? This is
I love
but
that.
I'm just saying, like, for them to allow these different types of leaks to keep going on and just be out there in the universe and not actually give a clear answer to which ones are real and which ones are fake, but instead make generalized statements going, our fan base is just a bunch of insane fans that jump on any bandwagon, and anyone discussing these leaks is a psychopath ready to jump you around the corner and kill you.
I'm going to stop you right there. What you're describing, though, the only people who have come out in defense of the corporation are the shills. I've not seen a Warner Brothers employee talk like that.
The people in the comments are literally, like, coming from some kind of brainwashing camp. They're reiterating that kind of narrative. They're saying that in the comments.
Right, but they're getting that from...
They're saying that.
Hold on.
They're saying, they're going, I can't believe you would discuss this.
Amber.
You jumped on the bandwagon and now you're insane. It's like, I said that leaks exist. You're saying the leaks exist in your own comment.
Right, but they're getting that from other YouTubers that... Like I told you in my video, there's two types of YouTubers that are covering this. There are people that are looking at this who are considered counterculture, like the people who aren't, like, shills. And then you have the shill people who everything that Warner Brothers does is correct, and their camp is the one that's coming in and attacking people's videos.
So you're saying that the people that are in the comments to any video talking about these leaks and just discussing them openly and honestly going, hey, what do you think, audience? They're like, oh, I can't believe you've jumped on the bandwagon! The bandwagon of letting my audience know what's going on and asking them their opinion in a normal and civil manner? How is that a bandwagon?
Right, but they're getting those talking points from, like, shill content creators.
But why wouldn't they think for themselves?
They can't.
And even I saw somebody was told, like, hey, you really like to be manipulated and, like, mistreated by, corporate people and not really told what's going on. And they were like, yeah, I do. They're like, that's their job, is to manipulate me and mess with my head.
That's weird.
It's like, okay, were you like... Okay. I don't know what to say. I mean, were you in some kind of camp as a child that you're used to this kind of treatment?
Yeah, that's weird. All right. So, anyway.
Were you from a cult?
Today's episode is called Batman Arkham Origins Holiday Hotel of Death. Again, we're trying to capture the whole Adam West thingy. We've got our Adam West transition screen thing going, which I still don't know if it makes any sound or not, but, I mean, it looks cool. I think it makes music, but I don't have any, like, indication, like, sound-wise on my computer that it's actually doing anything. This episode will be the entire Holiday Hotel from Death, and then after that, what is going to happen, guys, later tonight, around 9 o'clock, will be the second episode of Arkham Origins, because we're having dinner. We're having our Christmas dinner today. 2 days after, but it's today. Okay.
Fans of Arkham shills, their job is to manipulate me.
Okay. Batman is trying to track the Electrocutioner now.
Well, I had a funny comment there. It says, that sounds like something Harley Quinn would say. Their job is to manipulate me.
Who do you think James Gunn should pick to direct Batman Brave and the Bold? I thought Andy Muschietti was doing it. Or is that not happening now? I was pretty... I thought that they already said the guy who did the Flash movie was doing Batman Brave and the Bold. Did they have a falling out? Or they have no news to... I saw today that James Gunn... this is what people forget. Okay, I just want to do this real quick because it's funny. James Gunn does not let people make up stuff, right? So an industry leaker went and scooped on his website saying how Robin and Clayface and all these other people are going to appear in the Batman movies, the second one. And then James Gunn like went to Twitter and he went right underneath the guy's post that had like hundreds of thousands of retweets, and he was like, "Yeah, he made it up." And it was just like the ratio after that. It was like James Gunn just like just went to nope, this is not happening. This is fake. So then the dude had to private his Twitter, and this is a high profile like industry scooper.
This is why I have no.
That's funny.
This is why like. It's hilarious that people say, like, for instance, like,
Lol.
today, like, for some videos, like, people were like, what about this huge corporate conglomerate's feelings? It's like,
looks like this signal.
What? Why would you be upset about the feelings of a person that's corrupt? And that's, like, this guy, like, the guy made it up. Like, he got all those retweets. He's profiting off of a lie.
You get paid on Twitter now.
There's literally no respect that you can have for someone who literally made it up, because unless he thought it was, if he came out and he was like, I got this from a source and the source was wrong. But, if he literally was like, yes, I know this for a fact, and like, and the fact, and that's why, like, all this,
you have to be like with James Gunn this day and age. You have to be careful what you talk about, because if you get a lot of attention and he sees it, he's going to go down and deliver the smackdown, which I think is hilarious. I mean, I still don't know how I feel about James Gunn because we haven't seen a Superman movie yet, but the fact that he literally just takes like 5 seconds to go and interact with fans and like to put scoopers in their place is probably the funniest thing I've ever seen.
Well, I really wish that people would do that with these Arkham leaks. I wish they would just be honest, like James Gunn is being honest. I wish they would just be completely honest and be like, if they really could stand behind what they're, whatever, we don't even know what their vision is for the game. They're like, you're hurting my feelings for the vision of the game. It's like, what is your vision of the game? We don't even know what it is yet. You have not been clear at all.
Okay.
How can we hurt your feelings about the vision of the game when you're not even clear what it is? We're hurting your feelings about a non-existent thing that you haven't even made definite to anyone? That's ridiculous. That would be like saying you have a present for someone, it's wrapped, and then the person is like, well, if it's a toy train, then I don't want that. I don't want the toy train. And they're like, you're hurting my feelings for the vision of this present. It's like, I don't even know if it's a toy train. I'm just letting you know that I don't like trains. You haven't even told me what your present is.
Okay, dial it back a little bit.
Whereas James Gunn, at least he tells you what it is. Like, this is, what it is, or this is what isn't. I like what he does. He doesn't tell you what it is, but he tells you what it isn't.
Yeah, he just says that's not true.
So that's what really these people should be doing. They should be telling us what it isn't, at least. So it's not messing with everyone.
Right. So anyway, guys and gals, we're currently at 70 likes. Usually we like to hit 100 likes during the first 30 minutes. We are now 14 minutes into the stream at only 70 likes, so let's get those likes up. It really helps out the stream and the streamer. Thank you guys very much for the super chat. That helps out tremendously, because a lot of these videos have been Content ID claimed, so we really appreciate you guys helping out with a little bit of revenue our way. But yeah, so anyway, we're going to do all the Royal Hotel this stream, which will be close to 2 hours, and then hopefully there'll be some cases that'll pop up for us to do, because we have been doing a lot of the side and the side quests and the murder quests, which are kind of fun. And I haven't really been doing the Riddler stuff at all. Maybe I'll dedicate a stream to that in the post, because you guys really want to see Enigma's room, and you only have to collect 200 Riddler or Enigma trophy things, data packs, which is a lot less than Arkham City, and I believe Arkham Knight. That dude has body on it, doesn't he?
Am I allowed to say one more thing or no?
Yeah, just don't like scream in my ear.
I would like to say one more thing.
Okay.
Okay, so I grew up without a lot of money, and every Christmas, many Christmases, when things were really tight, my family would say, I don't know if Santa is coming this year.
Okay.
And they would be saying that, like, all year. I don't know if Santa's going to come this year or not, because it's going to be really, he told us it's going to be hard for him to get in the door, and we have a problem with our chimney, he might not come at all. So literally, like, I would be really depressed. I know my family didn't have a lot of money, so I get why they were saying that. I would be extremely depressed all year, and I would basically feel like crying during Christmas.
Okay.
And then when Santa did come and I got nice presents, I didn't even care anymore because I was so angry that I thought Santa wasn't coming that whole time. So that's how I feel about these WB leaks. It's like these people are messing with our heads, being so rude, that at this point, if the game is good, I don't even want to play it because of how they've treated the fans.
Okay.
Even if the game is the best game I've ever played, I don't even want to play it anymore because of how jerky they're being to everyone. And that's what I really believe.
Oops. Ninjas! Okay, so sometimes crimes in progress are actually ninja ambushes in this game, which I totally forgot about. But, it is what it is. The dude is literally scared of the female ninjas, and he should, because they have pointy swords. And it would cause a lot of problem. Fear not, citizen, I shall deal with the crazy ninjas in pajamas. Aha! So yeah, Let's Play channel tomorrow, guys. Video at noon discussing the fact that the Batman Arkham Trilogy on Nintendo Switch is now $39.99 until probably sometime in early January. I don't really have any information how long the sale is going, but I mean, if you've been hesitant, you can easily, you know, check it out.
Alright, thank you, Some Kiki Guy, for the super chat. Says, what are your expectations for the Batman Part 2?
I would like to see Batman actually do more than just, like, show up at crime scenes and poke around at stuff. I'd actually like him to, you know, stop crimes in progress and have a little bit more banter with Alfred, and I would really like them to bring Robin into the picture, because I know that they're going to bring Robin into the Batman Brave and the Bold, you know, because they're doing the Grant Morrison thing, but I'm not a big Damian fan. I'd much rather Dick Grayson be the Robin and have them go to the circus and stuff like that. I also would like to see them either do Mr. Freeze or Clayface. I think that would be fun, because I don't think that James Gunn is going to bring Clayface into the DC shared universe, so I'd like to see a horror Elseworlds version of it, because I believe Matt Reeves is actually pretty good at horror elements, because he did the, what do you call it? What was the name of those movies? He did the Planet of the Apes remakes, and those were really cool, and he made those kind of spooky.
Oh, who did that again?
Matt Reeves.
Oh, that was Matt Reeves? Oh my god.
Matt Reeves did the Planet of the Apes remakes, yeah.
Oh, I never saw those, but I saw the commercials. They look pretty freaky.
It did look pretty freaky.
Yeah, you know, I'm just messing though. What I would like to see in a Batman in the second movie is I'd like to see him get bit by a vampire.
No.
And then have his collar like even more up than it already is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm being a jerk.
Alright, where the heck are we supposed to go? I already know it's at the Royal Hotel, so
I
what
thought
are you
they
doing?
were thinking about doing Clayface. That's what I thought.
There we go.
Out the Royal, but why are SWAT providing security? I need to find out what's going on here.
Okay, so Joker booked SWAT, so now we need to enter the Royal Hotel. Do 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 do.
Yeah, guys and gals, just so you know, if you're new to the channel, you can use pretty much any swear word as long as it's not like certain derogatory terms, but we don't allow the F-bomb on this channel because, well, actually we can't even really have that on the stream or anything, or even in the game, really, without getting the video demonetized. And I believe
that won't make us advertiser friendly.
So yeah. So that, but, you know, you can always redo your comment without that word.
Yep.
That's fine.
Yep.
I understand some streamers don't care, but
We
you know,
do.
we need the money.
Yeah.
We need the money. We can't afford to be demonetized, so
Yep.
thank you, though.
Yep. So long, Jack. Bye-bye.
You guys are my favorite channel. Thank you, Alex.
Appreciate that, Alex.
Really appreciate that.
Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're going deep into the hotel. I think that name is fitting for Adam West. Holiday Hotel of Death. Because, I mean, it's not wrong. There are dead people all over the place, so I think that's a fitting name.
Yeah.
What about Dangerous Holiday Hotel of Death? Ooh, that sounds more Adam Westy. It does.
The dangerous Hotel of Death. Wait.
Dangerous Holiday Hotel of Death. Yes, that sounds like an Adam West thing.
Do you think that
Very
if
hokey.
George Clooney had a better script and other villains were made, that Batman and Robin would have been a good film?
No, because the vision was off. Like, Schumacher was basically... He tried to make Batman Forever kind of like the 60s Batman, but Val Kilmer had his own vision, how he wanted to do stuff. And, you know, Val Kilmer was a high-profile star at the time. George Clooney was a TV actor who was getting his first big break in the movies and Batman. So, you know, since he was the new guy, he wasn't really going to tell Schumacher and, you know, the executive producer where to get off with stuff. He was just going to read the lines and play the character that they had envisioned. He had no take on Batman. His take on Batman, as he puts it in interviews, was he grew up with the Adam West show. He didn't even see Michael Keaton's Batman. Val Kilmer had his own ideas. Clooney did not. And Schumacher and Val Kilmer clashed a lot over, you know, different interpretations of the character because, you know, Schumacher was kind of trying to do a tribute to Greek gods and Val Kilmer wanted to make a good Batman movie. So if we didn't have Val Kilmer in there, probably weren't going to get a lot of the psychological elements. But it feels like there was too many cooks in the kitchen with Batman Forever, but the movie still came out entertaining. Jim Carrey had his own interpretation for how the Riddler was and did a lot of ad-lib. Tommy Lee Jones just was there for a paycheck. And Val Kilmer had his, you know, his little stamp he wanted to put on the character. But, of course, you know, he clashed with Schumacher a lot, and he didn't come back for the sequel. And they had to bring in another Batman actor who was basically going to play ball with the director. That's sad, but that's what happened.
Yeah, it reminds me of, and also thank you for this very kind super chat, just some geeky guy. I'll just finish my thought before I forget.
Go for it.
It kind of reminds me of when Luke and I first watched Batman Brave and the Bold, and I was so... It took me a while to get used to it, because I was like...
It was hokey.
I was in cringe mode. I was like, what's happening? What are they doing to Batman? Why would he say that? He doesn't say this. He wouldn't shout Batarang. He's acting insane. Like, why would he act like this? And Luke had to explain to me, like, this is the Silver Age. This is literally what they thought Batman was in the Silver Age. Like, this is what he was in the Silver Age.
Yep.
And I was like, what? And that's kind of what both Schumacher and George Clooney were thinking about. Like, that hokey, like, oh, there's space aliens and we have to throw kittens at them, you know. Like, it's just whatever comes into your head, like you're on a weird dream. That's what Batman was doing, and it's not anything serious whatsoever.
Well, the thing is, Val Kilmer, what people forget is Val Kilmer was a very serious, like, thriller action star actor. So you couldn't get away with putting him in a hokey Batman, like, 60s, you know, interpretation. It needed to be cool, it needed to be exciting. And the executive producers and even Schumacher understood that. Like, Val Kilmer would not work making him like an Adam West Batman. George Clooney would, because he had that it factor. He had that kind of like, you know, yeah, we can make the movie more toyetic. And, I mean, it's not completely Schumacher's fault, because, I mean, after Batman Forever and Batman Returns, the studio wanted Batman to be more lighthearted so they could sell toys. So Schumacher, with Batman and Robin, went all in and was like, all right, are you going to prove this? Are you going to prove that? And, you know, basically what he said is they ended up making like a toyetic, these are his words, toyetic Batman movie.
Yeah,
because they were basically making like a 2-hour toy commercial. So, I mean, throwing in all the villains, and, you know, he wanted to do an homage to the Adam West show, and just like whatever he wanted, the studio agreed. Even some of the most ludicrous things, like putting bat skates on Batman and Robin. Like, they approved whatever Schumacher wanted, and there was no one there, like in Batman Forever, to tell Schumacher, no, like, you're going too far. Like, I think the movie could have been salvageable if, like, maybe they just focused on Poison Ivy and didn't include Bane. If they just did Mr. Freeze and Poison Ivy, it might have been a little better. But there was just too many cooks in the kitchen. There was too many ideas. There was too many saying yes to every crazy idea imaginable. And then we got this cluster. We got this huge mess of a film that just.
There was only so many people who could have pulled off a Batman for a toy commercial, though.
Right.
It could have been Adam West or George Clooney. Really, nobody else could have really done. I couldn't imagine Keaton or Bale doing a toy commercial. That would have not worked out.
No, and Val Kilmer again was a super serious actor, and he even wanted the whole Red Journal was his idea. There's a part in Batman Forever where Bruce Wayne's character is very attached to his father's Red Journal. The Red Journal is something that his father wrote the entire time of Bruce's life. It's actually, what they don't tell you, it's not his father's journal. It's his father writing about Bruce Wayne's life. And when the father died, of course, there'd be no updates to the Red Journal. So, Val Kilmer's character... Yeah, go back and watch the movie. Val Kilmer's character is very invested into that Red Journal to the point where he actually does need to see therapy after the death of the Grayson family. Like, he doesn't actually go and see Chase Meridian or what was her name? Was it Dr. Chase Meridian? I think it was.
I thought it was.
He doesn't go and see Nicole Kidman's character until after the death of the Graysons. And he's starting to have these vivid, like, post-traumatic stress flashbacks because that Batman is supposed to kind of be the Michael Keaton Batman. Like, he got solace after the death of the Joker, but he also got a little crazy, and we didn't see in between where he went out and searched for another face and another face, what she's telling Robin later on in the movie. Like, you know, vengeance became his whole life. So he has a chance with Robin, with the Dick Grayson character, to try to make sure that this young man doesn't follow exactly the same path as him. Now, that was all Val Kilmer's idea. That was not Schumacher. Val Kilmer wanted to add the psychological aspect to the character with the Red Journal, as well as there was a scene with a giant bat that was supposed to be like a horror scene, and they filmed it. And it was supposed to show, like, Val Kilmer was kind of, like, not necessarily playing Batman, like he was possessed by the spirit of a bat. Yeah.
Really interesting.
Yeah, it was really, I don't think it ever made it in the movie. It made it in, like, some of the deleted scenes. But that's why you see people saying, make the Schumacher cut, release the Schumacher cut of Batman Forever, because the studio omitted a lot of dark stuff from the film. Like, they didn't want in it. So there's at least, like, 25 minutes of footage that is on the cutting room floor that they filmed that they never put into the movie.
Wow. That's really interesting. I've actually heard people...
It's true.
I've heard people tell their kids and family members they can't watch Batman because they felt they felt that there was some kind of spirit of a bat or something that was involved in the movie, and like there's all these weird theories about Batman that it's some kind of like evil thing. So yeah, maybe that's where that comes from. Like,
kind
from
of,
that
but
movie.
the thing is, like, it's very hard for them to make like the Schumacher cut because one, Schumacher's been gone for years. Val Kilmer is not in the best shape to really, you know, champion something like that. And, I mean, the footage is so old now. Like, even if you theoretically were able to do it, I mean, it's a very old film. Like, maybe some people would be interested in it. You know, you'd see some additional Riddler and Two-Face scenes, and you get more Batman and less Robin stuff. But, I mean, you know, would anybody buy it? I don't know.
I feel like in the Christian Bale scene where he goes into the cave as a child and he's surrounded by the bats, almost like possessed by them. Mm-hmm. I feel like I know it's not anywhere near the same thing as having a giant bat possess you, but I felt like that's kind of like the same energy or idea.
Kind of.
But not as weird and creepy. And
I mean, they were supposed to be, when they have Christian Bale's character surrounded by the bats, it's supposed to be like a psychological, like actual fear of bats. Like the people who are doing the research for Nolan's movie, they really wanted people... They actually went and they looked up different fears.
Oh, wow.
And so when you see, like, these horrific fears happening, like, during the Scarecrow sections, like, when he's gassing people...
Oh, yeah, right.
That's what people envision that they see when they have insects crawling all over them or there's swarms of bats.
Those are real, like, psychological things that people
real phobias,
deal with.
Right. Yep. So that team actually went through and from a, like psychological perspective, they were researching, like, how to show these fears on screen. So when you have Bruce being attacked by, like, all these bats as a child, that's what people who have a fear of bats, that they're going to get, like, attacked by a swarm, and they're like, you know, ah!
That is terrifying.
Right. So they wanted to put that on
Yeah.
film. That's why Bruce is freaking out in the opera theater when the bats are coming down in that Deflator Mouse opera, and
Yeah.
they're like, it's reminding him of when the bats came flying at him. That's his fear.
It's like bringing post-traumatic stress.
Right, so he channels his fear in order to become Batman in that universe. Like,
Yeah,
he's
I see what you're saying.
He's using, like, the lotus flower or whatever to, breathe in and become his fear and to use his fear, not to, reject his fear or let his fear control him. He's letting the fear, like, pass over him, and he's using his greatest fear in order to act. Like, he's still afraid. He's always afraid, the Bale version of Batman, but he uses that fear, which is what makes it compelling.
The Joker's ambulance. He must be in the building.
Yeah, bats don't actually really attack people. It's just the fear people have.
A really great and kind super chat from some geeky guy.
Thank you, some geeky guy.
I've been following your channel since 2010, when I was in elementary school, and your videos helped me get into Batman comics and lore in general. This is some geeky guy. Thank you.
Yeah, but I would challenge you guys, even though Batman Forever is a little hokey, like, if you go back and you look at it through that lens that what Val Kilmer was trying to do with the Red Journal, like his dad's journal, and how he's trying to be a good mentor to Robin and not let Robin be on the self-destructive path that the Michael Keaton version of the character was. Because they were trying to say that this was Keaton's Batman. Like, Batman Forever, at least, is trying to be a continuation, although a bit, wonky. It's still trying to be like, okay, this is Keaton's Batman, he's just a little bit older, or he's a little younger now, but, I mean, those things happened.
John Doe said, yep, that is the name of the Doctor, Chase Meridian.
Cool.
In Batman Forever.
I got it right. Yay. Entering the Hotel of Death. We go.
Yeah, I mean, like, that's the same as in the animated series where he adopts Dick Grayson about the same age he was
As a kid, yeah.
when his parents died. And because, like, you always explain this in Batman lore for years that I listened to you, where you basically explain, like, there's a reason why Nightwing is such a happy person and Batman isn't, because Batman never had someone to be there at his side except for his butler, but his parents were gone.
Do you know just where in the hotel the Joker is
What's that?
located?
Not yet. Why?
Well, it looks like there's a security room in the hotel lobby. You could use the cameras.
Bats are nocturnal.
Okay, I'll try that.
Gain access to the security room. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of
There are
dialogue.
enough explosives here to take down this building. Wonder what other surprises I'll find.
There's bombs everywhere.
But the reason why Batman is different than Nightwing is that Nightwing had a father, and that was Batman.
Correct.
He made it so that Nightwing didn't have to grow up without a father.
That's correct. That's why he did what he did. Yep. Whoops.
And it was interesting in the animated series.
You're fine. It's just mobsters. Who cares?
I found it interesting that
Boss will kill that guy. Keep all the cash.
if Batman had seen a better option for Dick Grayson to live with, like, a mom and a dad and other kids, he probably would have gone with that option. But they said, is there any immediate family? Does he know anyone? Is there any place he can go? And they were like, no. There's no one who's really able to take him in right now. And so Batman saw that and he realized this kid has nobody.
Yep.
And, like, well, maybe I'm not the best dad, but at least I'm going to take him in and do the best I can. Which
Yep.
I guess is making him a target.
In the animated series, he has no other family. He has a circus
Yeah.
family, but they're like, and even Jim Gordon says, no other living relatives. So
Yeah.
it's Bruce or nobody, like foster care or Bruce. So, the fact that Bruce takes the initiative and, brings him in. But, I mean, the thing with Batman Forever, they always were going to go with a teenage Robin because, I mean, Schumacher and everybody else didn't want to bring a kid and endanger them because then the censors would come after them. Like, here's a 12-year-old running as Robin. Now, nowadays, when we actually see Damian, which will probably be as a little kid, or maybe even in the Matt Reeves universe, we'll get a little kid Robin. It's a different thing now because people can actually detach themselves from reality and be like, okay, this is just a little kid playing Robin. We're not actually endangering a child like Burt Ward in the 60s show. It's different.
Yeah.
So,
Sons of Gaming says, poor Alfred. He wasn't able to make Bruce happy.
Alfred tried. Alfred kept Bruce on the straight and narrow, though. Like, I mean, Bruce is a little messed up. Let's all agree with that. But Alfred did a great job as a surrogate father. Like, he kept Bruce motivated, at least. I mean, Bruce's entire mindset was on vengeance and getting, you know, justice for his parents. It's not like he became a criminal or well, it's not like he became a bad criminal. He's just a criminal that like breaks people in half and breaks some bones. I mean, he hasn't lost his heart.
Yeah, I mean, like, I was just imagining if Alfred was listening to our conversation and Batman didn't have a father, and Alfred's like, I'm right here!
What are you going on about, Mr. Wayne? What was that? What did you used to do? I powdered your bottom, sir. As a child, I took you to a first date. Holy unconscious thug Batman. Actually, that deserves a little bit of da-da-da-da-da. I love that. That's my favorite thing to do in the series.
I just want to be like, I don't know what I want to tell, like, if W is like really angry and yelling at fans again, I want to be like, just tell us what the real leaks are so I can criticize you then.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. All of this it's just kind of embarrassing, everything that's happened. Wow, look at all the dudes that are actually armored in this. That's crazy. This is going to be tricky. We've got 4 armored guys. 4!
This is so decked out with the holidays, though.
Well, it's Christmas.
I mean, like...
Like, the entire game... I was actually wrong. The entire game takes place over a not 12-hour period, not 24-hour period. It takes place over a 8-hour period. So, it's like Christmas Eve, like, probably around, like, 7 o'clock at night, and then it goes into, like, 2 or 3 in the morning Christmas Day. So, and then the DLC takes place New Year's Eve. Like, literally... Like, probably starts at, like, 11 o'clock, 11:30 at night, and then it goes all the way into New Year's Day. Like, until, like, probably, like, 4 in the morning. So, I mean, this very much is a Christmas game. I don't understand why people say, it's not a Christmas game. Yes, it is. Because it takes place on Christmas. Like, it literally, it's Christmas Eve, and then it's Christmas Day. It's, like, 2 holidays in one. Because Christmas Eve is a big deal, and then Christmas Day is obviously Christmas Day. And also, there is a moral message in the game. Like,
yes,
Bruce learns a moral lesson.
He learns the Christmas spirit.
Which...
is like a Hallmark movie.
Which Hallmark movies pass on, like, cheeky, you know, corny stuff. Like, there's a moral message. There is a moral message in this game that Batman learns.
Yes, there is.
And that's what Christmas movies are. Because not every Christmas movie is about learning the spirit of Christmas. It's about learning to not be alone, learning to rely on family, learning to, you know, move on from a past mistake.
Open your heart.
Opening your heart to things.
To be happy again.
Yep.
And live life. A lot of Hallmark movies have to do with just live your life and be happy again when you closed your heart off to being happy.
Because we don't really have Christmas movies after 9/11 that are very, like, you know, the spirit of Christmas. We have some of them, but a majority of them are just movies that take place at Christmas. They're either comedies or they deal with, like, one moral thing in the movie.
Yes.
Deck the Halls is a perfect example. It's a movie about hanging Christmas tree lights, but it's at the very end of the movie that there's actually some type of moral compass.
I forgot what that movie was.
It's the movie with Danny DeVito and Ferris Bueller's Day Off. Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, they're neighbors.
They're neighbors. So they eventually have some type of moral compass after their, you know, competition. And the same thing with Christmas with the Cranks. That's not a traditional Christmas movie. But it has Christmas, or it has holiday overtones, like, as the movie goes on. Like, the people learn how important Christmas is to other people and how it's not really that important to them, but they go through the motions because of family.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hokey, but that's basically what their message is, if I remember the movie correctly. I've only seen it once or twice. Because my favorite Christmas movies with Tim Allen are the Santa Claus. Yeah.
I like the old school Christmas movies. I saw Wonderful Life this year, and oh my gosh, it was very touching.
I can't watch that movie. I never got past the title.
It was very touching. And then, of course, I like the really old rendition from either the 70s or something of the Christmas Carol. That was very well done. Of course, Mickey's Christmas Carol is well done as well. I think Queen Latifah's movie Last Holiday took place at Christmas.
I haven't seen that one.
I have, but I think it was either New Year's or Christmas. That movie, I'm not gonna spoil it. What? Okay, but that movie is about the quote Christmas spirit. It's about her never doing anything in her life to, like, you know, do anything she wanted to do, and then suddenly she had something happen to her, so she decided to do everything she wanted to do and basically be happy and stuff. So that was an interesting movie, but I couldn't remember if it's recommended in the Christmas movie section, so I think it happens.
Oh crap! I messed up. I messed up horribly. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble.
I
I'm in
mean, there
trouble.
are countless Christmas movies now, like that just have the Hallmark stuff like that.
She's shooting at me?
But, and if you think about it, Die Hard has a Christmas message because his wifey and him get together at the end.
Yeah, the Die Hard movie is about something else.
It's all about family.
Kind of, sort of.
I felt like that was the only, when I was growing up, that was the only Christmas movie of its kind that took place at Christmas that I could think of. Because I had never seen Jingle All the Way, so I only knew of Die Hard.
What the heck am I supposed to do with this? Give me your gun. Why didn't you drop the gun?
Wow,
Oh crap!
Wow,
Ah!
wow. Looks like you're fighting a stormtrooper with all that armor.
Yeah, all that armor's annoying, but we're running into a big problem. We have 2 enemies that are completely broken. And this is going to create a huge problem. Because if I try to attack one of those enemies, what's going to happen is the other one is either going to unfreeze and I'm going to die, or the other character I can't interact with because... Jeez, this is going to be a mess. Well, first things first, we're going to disarm them as best we can. This is a huge problemo. Anyway, guys, your next like goal is... Let's go 150 likes.
Yeah, is the National Lampoons, is that like a Chevy Chase?
That's a Chevy Chase movie.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Those are funny, but
that
they're a little
is pretty
crass.
funny, but honestly, it kind of scares me because what scares me about those movies is I used to think he was acting angry, like it was an act, but then I learned somewhere, I heard somewhere online that that's how he normally is when he's upset.
He's very condescending.
Because he would get really... didn't he kidnap his boss? He kidnapped his boss, forced him to give him a raise, I think, in that movie. Like, he held him hostage near the Christmas tree, I'm pretty sure. That was hilarious. But kind of disturbing.
Shoot, 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 shoot! I pulled it off! Holy crap! I didn't think I was gonna pull it off. Got it. Wow. Wow, 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 wow.
I need to get inside the security room.
Oh, well, since we're having Christmas dinner today, 2 days after, we can watch Christmas with the Joker tonight, finally. Since we're having the dinner.
Yeah, that'd be great. Okay, so I managed to survive. I don't know how I did that, but I did. Now what do I need to do? Oh, we have this annoying level up thing. I don't want to level up. So yeah, you guys have a video happening on this channel tomorrow. It will be on the fact that Arkham Trilogy is on sale.
Welcome back to the origins of the glitch, says Sammy.
Yeah, I mean, this game in particular, I keep telling people that Arkham Origins has a lot of problems. And they can't, they just can't look past their rose-colored glasses and things. Today, this game probably would have been patched. If it, came out today or whatever, they probably would have fixed all this stuff. But this game still to date has more glitches than any other Arkham game because they built upon the engine of Arkham City. They didn't make the engine, they used the engine.
Oh, wow.
So some things did not translate over well when they, incorporated that. And when they tried to make new enemy designs and stuff like that, there were problems that occurred because of it. Now, I'm not like a hater saying that the game is terrible. I'm always going to be a strong position that, the lore is all messed up, but I still enjoy playing the game. This is my 4th or 3rd Christmas playing through the game again in December, where most of the people that say they quote-unquote love this game haven't touched this game in 10 years.
I know.
I need to get inside the security room.
And yes, my stance on Arkham Asylum changed a little bit when I was able to research the game more, but when the game first came out, and I did cover it, there were parts about the game that I didn't like.
That's why actions speak louder than words. If you have played the game every year, but you mention some things that they could do better on it, then you're actually a bigger fan of the game than people who said they loved it but never played it.
I'm probably one of the biggest Arkham Origins fans on the internet then, aren't I?
You are.
Thank you!
So they're just jealous because you're a better fan than they are.
Friends, assassins, welcome to our first quarterly performance review. As you can see here, Batman deaths are coming in far below projections. We are really gonna have to turn this around.
And by we, I mean you. Got that, Mr. Cutioner? Just who the hell are you? I'm the guy with the money. And the gun. So, when I hire you to kill the Batman, you shut the hell up and kill the Batman! So do you have anything else to contribute? I didn't think so.
Batman Forever reference. Ooh, a shocking end to his kind.
This fruitcake is fantastic! Anyone want a piece? All right, meeting's adjourned. Get out there and kill the bat. Move it along, big boy.
No, he's coming for you now. And when he gets here, I'm going to kill him. So you wait.
Well, this should be interesting.
Okay, I'm just gonna say what everyone is thinking. Where the heck were the stakes in Gotham Knights? This made it pretty high.
That lift should get me up to the ceiling so I can get out of here.
We saw the villain
Maybe Electrocutioner
act like a villain.
can restore power to this platform.
Yeah.
Can you think of any aspect of Gotham Knights where at any time you felt like the characters were in peril and that the villain was actually a threat? I can't.
No.
Like, this is the start of the second arc of Batman Arkham Origins. And WB Games Montreal has given us a clear indication that the dude who we thought was Black Mask is a bad guy. He acts like a villain. I can't think of anybody. Harley, Mr. Freeze, even the Court of Owls weren't even that, like, intensive villains in Gotham Knights. It just felt like people were... You know what it was? It felt like a stage performance. Arkham Origins feels like a movie. Gotham Knights feels like a high school play.
Yes. It felt like... I was just thinking it felt like they were on a Power Rangers show, though. Because they were all wearing different colors, the colors that went with their outfits. And, like, you know, in Power Rangers, it's kind of geared towards younglings, or the original ones were, so it's like there weren't very many, there wasn't very high stakes, like, oh no, Rita's got the jewel, we have to get her. All right, Tommy, let's go. Come on, Jason. Oh yeah! And it's like, so it just didn't feel real, you know, like, it's just like a stay in. It's like for younger audiences, almost like that's how Gotham. That's what I felt going through Gotham Knights again. That's what I said. I said, imagine if these character models didn't look realistic, but they look more cartoony. This would be a perfect game for children. This is like that one Batman Adventures thing that Kevin Conroy did, where they did the Adventures of Batman or something and Robin, or whatever it was that was the cartoon. It was for like younger audiences. Gotham Knights, the dialogue and everything was for younger audiences. The slow, very, very hardly saying anything speak. I was listening to the dialogue of Gotham Knights, and you know, Batgirl's like, "Oh no, what will we do, Alfred?" And then pause, and then like Nightwing, like, "Oh, we have to stop them." And then they're like, then Jason, "Let's go." And then they leave. And it's like, this dialogue was written not for adults. If you actually go back and look at the dialogue, you will see it was not written for adults. Go back and imagine them as cartoon characters, and you will realize, oh my gosh, this game was made for children. It's true.
Yep. Yep. Alright, so we are now...
Were you able to find the Joker, sir?
Yes, he's in the penthouse.
I see you profited from my advice. Yet again?
Not yet. Getting to him won't be easy. The elevators are down, and the Joker's men are everywhere.
Well, I've no doubt you'll figure a way up there.
Yeah, I will figure a way up there, because that's what I do. I love how Joker hates the polar bear and actually put a pail on top of the polar bear. It's like, why? What did the polar bear do to you, Joker?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
The biggest villain in Gotham Knights was the video game with tiny monsters on it that scared Jason Todd. Are you saying I'm a monster? It's like, hey Jason, want to play a video game? It's like you play Dr. Mario. What's that? It's like, it's a germ, Jason. It looks like a monster! Oh!
Yeah, DDR was the greatest threat that Jason Todd encountered in the Gotham Knights game. The DDR's monsters coming after me, post-traumatic stress. I used to be a zombie, oh. Wow. The defenders of that game just make me sad. I just don't get it. I guess they like their high school play. I prefer my kind of die-hard action movie, because that's what Arkham Origins feels like. Arkham Origins feels like a die-hard movie. It has a good pace, it's got a lot of action, you know. It's got some... I just don't understand why they just couldn't have made it an Elseworlds Arkham thing. Like a branched reality that's like, it's part of the Arkham universe, but it's not connected to Asylum and City, because like they could have kept going with this universe. Like there's so many stories that they could have told with their own interpretation without being, you know, in line with what Rocksteady was doing. Both games could have existed simultaneously, kind of like how James Gunn is doing the DC Elseworlds and the DCU. Could have had both things at the same time.
Just refused to start the meal without you. Apparently he prefers his dishes served cold.
Okay, I didn't mean to make that guy fall down like that. Alright, where are we going? This way. Laundry room. In theory, you said they might continue this timeline. I don't know. I doubt it. You could continue this timeline. I mean, there's no sequel to it.
Oh. I'm gonna bring this in. Alright, Luke, everything is done.
Okay.
How long do we have to stream?
We have to stream at least another, like, probably 20 minutes or 30 minutes. Dinner's...
Turn off the oven.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn it on right before we're done streaming so it can warm everything up. And everything is in the oven, so it's keeping it warm, except for the stuffing.
Mm-hmm.
Which I'm a little nervous about, but as long as the stuffing is out there, I think it'll be okay.
Whoops. Forgot that elevator was going to be crashing. My bad. Even wearing this hokey Adam West costume, like, it still doesn't diminish from, like, the Die Hard action storyline.
We have never judged anyone who likes Gotham Knights.
No, we just make fun of the game.
I mean, I'm not even really making fun of the game. I'm just trying to explain that that game was geared towards young audiences. But the problem is, and I made this point when I was playing it, when I was young, dialogue for children in a children's game or movie was not like that. Like, when I was a child, we had Batman the Animated Series, and that had dialogue that even adults could understand and rewatch. I can rewatch Batman the Animated Series now as an adult, and I love that. But I can't listen to the dialogue of Gotham Knights without cringing, because the difference is when we were younger, and I said this and other people agreed with me while I was playing Gotham Knights recently, when I was younger, you would have the same dialogue you would have in an adult film or movie or show or game, but you would just take out the bad words and make it appropriate, but you would still have the level of intelligence in your dialogue as if it was a real story. But that's what they do today. They take out the level of intelligent dialogue and story.
Pause.
So.
Please, don't hurt me.
I won't. I'm here to help.
Okay, please. Please, they've got my friends. Holding them hostage in the overview bar.
Where is that?
The suspended bar, between the towers.
Yeah, I'm not going to backpedal. I never liked Gotham Knights, but I'm not making fun of people who like the game. I'm making fun of the game in general.
We've never made fun of people who win. I mean, I've
people
never made fun
are, you know, they can play what they want, but I'm still going to poke fun at it because it's worthy of scorn.
I've never gone up to someone on one of our videos and been like, "You like that game? Oh my gosh, what a loser!" I've never done that.
Like, if we were at a convention and a fan came to us wearing a Gotham Knights shirt, my eyebrow might raise, but I'm still going to sign the autograph and be like, "Thanks for coming to visit." I won't bring up Gotham Knights to them because obviously they're a fan of it.
Yeah, and we don't hate it. Like, I'm playing it over right now. I'm enjoying it for what it is.
Taunting Bane is upstairs. It's wrapped in 400 pounds of muscle.
Thank you for the highlighted message.
When did he have the time to do this? Like, no one knew what was going on with this Royal Hotel, like, being turned into this amusement park. It's like nobody knew. It's like the police force in this game is completely incompetent. Nobody had any idea. Oh my gosh.
Oh, crap.
Yoink. But I mean, the reason why I say stuff about Die Hard too is, you know, basically a hotel was taken hostage in Die Hard, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, in one of the movies, a hotel. One of the movies, an airport. One of the movies, like, this giant, building.
The original one was the hotel, I believe.
No, the original one was an office building.
Oh, office building. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, wow,
It was a
interesting.
building.
So there was a hotel taken. Interesting.
There was a building. There's been several Die Hard movies.
I don't think I've seen the first one.
I've seen the one where he gets back together with his wife. I've seen the airport one, and I might have seen Die Hard 3. But some of the other ones, not so much. He made a lot of them, actually, Bruce Willis. And then he made some, like, when people were making comebacks to do other ones. Like, you know, where older actors were coming back to make sequels.
Right.
Like, he did it. Just like, recently, Eddie Murphy actually made a sequel to Beverly Hills Cop. But it's
wow.
yeah, it's still pretty intense, and it's super R-rated. But he's a little late to the game, probably by like 4 years or 5 years of people, you know, jumping on the bandwagon and doing that stuff again. But I'm actually excited to see Beverly Hills Cop, like the newest one, because I really enjoyed those movies when I was a kid.
Oh my gosh.
They're R-rated though, just so you know.
Beverly Hills Cop, that didn't have, what's his name in it?
Hmm?
Oh no, I'm thinking of something
Eddie
else.
Murphy.
I know, Eddie Murphy. I thought it had another actor in it too, but it was mainly Eddie
It
Murphy.
had...
I was thinking of a different movie.
It had the guy from, Give me a minute.
It's not Tommy Boy, right?
What was the name of that actor? I can see his face. He played a stepdad. That was in touch with his feelings.
No, I was thinking about somebody else.
Crap, what is the name of that movie that I'm thinking of?
I don't know. This is getting... I don't know. You know I don't.
He was made fun of wearing a sweater. Dang it. What was the name of that movie?
You mean from the Santa Claus?
I think it's the guy from the Santa Claus, yes.
The guy who plays his step...
I think the guy who plays the stepfather is the guy who's in the Beverly Hills movie as the partner of Eddie Murphy. I think so. I might be wrong, though. He has that face.
We got a highlighted message from Alex, the Ronin. Member for 11 months. Wow, Alex! Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Time flies, huh, Alex? Unbelievable.
Wait, I was right? Batman89 says that's the guy? Really?
Alex the Lone Ronin says, anyone who says they love fruitcake is mad. I bought and played the Arkham trilogy on Christmas Day. You got me into Batman, which was why I asked my dad for Arkham City. I really appreciate you and Amber. I have a big surprise in store for you soon, says Alex. Oh, wow, Alex. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for being a member for 11 months. And Silver Sonic was mentioning he has played for the last several years, Batman Origins every year.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of us have. A lot of us people that, you know, are Arkham fans, and we have things to say about the different Arkham movies and critiques. And we look at everything, like, subjectively and, you know, with, you know, just normally, without, like, going with sugarcoating it or with rose-colored glasses, like, overlooking everything. A lot of us who have high standards for games, you know, we may have noticed that there are glitches in this, but a lot of you guys play this every year, just like we do. A lot of you guys are of the same mind as us, where it's like, okay, there are problems with this or this game, but I'm still playing it every year. Whereas these other, you know, people online, they're like, how dare you, the game is crying now, you hurt its feelings by mentioning there's a glitch. It's like, but I'm never gonna play it. It's like, how many times have you played it? It's like, I played it 0 times. I just heard that the game's feelings was hurt. It's like, so you're not really a real fan then. You haven't even bought the game. You haven't even played it. You haven't even watched the video. You don't even know anything about the game. I mean,
I actually challenged
a
hater on one of my videos to
like,
actually play one of the Arkham games so that you can understand why people... I said, you've got almost 2 months before the game comes out. I would recommend playing at least one of the Arkham games, and then you'll understand why people resonate with this character. Just one game. It would take one game. Either Arkham Origins, Arkham City, even Arkham Knight might... Well, Arkham Knight might be a little bit too much. Arkham Asylum, Arkham City, Arkham Origins would all be, like, a good place to start. But I think Arkham City is the perfect place for people to start because the gameplay's faster. The story is really easy to understand. It's very exciting, and the free roaming is fun.
Or if you're trying to marathon it like I did, then you can start with Arkham Asylum so you can get the whole story, like watching a movie.
Yeah, but they reference Arkham Asylum in Arkham City. So Arkham Asylum is important, but if you can only play one game...
Yeah, just play
Arkham City. Yeah.
Because that's the main one.
Because they're going to reference a lot of stuff from Arkham City and Arkham Knight in the Suicide Squad. Like, the Joker's death obviously has to play a big part in Harley's, whatever, mental condition. Or maybe she just completely omits it. I don't know.
I'm really glad I started with Arkham Asylum because then I got to experience the story as it unfolded.
Yep.
And I really thought that was cool.
Whoops.
And so many things watching you play through it that I missed.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I actually had to do it myself, and then I would just sit there and be like, oh, this is why Batman does this. It's like, I never understood that watching Luke do it. It's like, now I get this. Or this is why this part is difficult. Because I actually have to batarang up here and then switch directions. Oh, wow. So it's like, you don't really understand the difficulty or, like, some of the story unless you're actually, when you're playing it yourself, you really get to be the character of Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I felt playing the Arkham games, is like, I didn't feel like I was Amber playing an Arkham game. I felt like I was Batman while I was playing it. That's how I felt. I mean, that's what the game felt like to me.
Mm-hmm. Yep. You're spot on.
Because all the stuff surrounding me, like the radio and like people talking and all of the things that you can hear in the background, it feels like you are Batman. You're hearing everything happening as if you are him. It's really interesting the way that the game is set up. All of that.
That's dangerous. That's very dangerous. Will Batman avoid a death by choppy blades? Find out in the next thrilling episode of Batman. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, it's crazy how this game was not popular when it came out, just because it was an Arkham City engine. It was a great story, says Dude on the Moon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I mean, I guess it didn't sell as much as the other ones. You know, I don't want to say
It, I mean,
it wasn't made by the same people as Arkham Knight. And it didn't have Kevin Conroy's voice in it, let's just be honest here.
although Roger Craig Smith did a great job.
Incredible. They really outdid themselves with this penthouse suite. The bathroom has 3 kinds of soap. I mean, who has time for all that cleaning? I usually just hop into a vat of acid and call it a day.
See, Joker's trying to drop hints that which it would have been nice if they kept going with stuff. Like, he drops, like, subtle verbal hints that you dropped him in a vat of chemicals, which is why he wants revenge on you. Like, the whole, like, Red Hood caper took place in this universe. It would have been nice if they, like, maybe did a little bit more context to that, so that Batman would actually put 2 and 2 together. Like, hey, wait a second. This is the guy that I thought died in that vat of chemicals. But, I mean, Batman never really thinks about it.
You know what this game is like? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this, but this game is like a very good friend. You make a very good friend, and you really like hanging out with them, and they're really fun. You really enjoy hanging out with them. But Arkham City and Arkham Asylum, especially Arkham City and Night, especially Arkham City, is like your best friend in the world. And your best friend, that's your soulmate, your person that you love hanging out with, that really gets you. It's like, you know, that's how I feel.
What can I say? I can be a tad, compulsive from time to time.
Okay, so we're in the ballroom. And this shows you this is where everything is. This is ballroom / theme park. 108. Theme park. Ballroom coaster. I think that's what this is. Okay. This is like a very clever level design. Like, they created kind of like a mini theme park inside of this giant upstairs, I guess, lobby or something. I don't know if you would call this a lobby area, because the lobby's downstairs, but this is like a huge, I don't know, open area, or maybe like private sector of the hotel.
The fact that this game is so good, and yet people gravitate towards the Arkham trilogy. They just couldn't beat the Arkham trilogy. It just proves how great Paul Dini's writing really is. It's kind of one of those things. It's like eating a dish made by Gordon Ramsay. You don't taste all of the flavors until it hits the back of your mouth, and then you realize, the difference between somebody who's been to cooking school for 5 years and someone who's been Gordon Ramsay for like 30 years and has 40 restaurants everywhere. It's just, it's hard to compete with Arkham Asylum City and Night. But this is a very well-made game still. They're all good games.
Wait, what is going on? I kind of forgot how to do this. Uh-oh.
I actually forgot. I think those people are gonna die because I kind of forgot what we're supposed to do.
Yeah.
Well, those are 2 yellow things.
I thought I'd just throw my batarangs at them.
Maybe you have to use your batarang to go between them?
No. I'm missing something. I can't remember. Well, they're gonna die. It'll come to me.
Did you guys like Keaton's Batman and the Flash?
Yeah.
I'm just curious because I really enjoyed the movie, but I don't necessarily get why others don't like it. Yeah,
Oh.
I don't know, hot take on this, but I love the Snyder Cut. I loved it. I loved the first Wonder Woman movie. I loved the Snyder Cut with all the deleted scenes with Cyborg, with Ray Fisher and everything. I loved that.
Oops.
Not a fan of the Jared Leto scene.
Oh, gotta say, I thought you'd have more fight in you. A lot more fight.
Yeah, I messed up. Okay.
I'm allowed to say this.
Yeah, go for it.
I loved BVS, and I loved Black Adam. I loved that. It was like, I actually got t-shirts for Black Adam and everything. And I loved the Flash movie. I loved it. Luke liked it. I loved it. I loved it.
I like Keaton.
And Luke loved all the scenes with Keaton in it.
I thought Keaton did a great job.
Yeah, it was so cool.
But I still wanted a Batman Beyond movie instead of the Flash.
And I thought, and I was wrong. I was so wrong about Supergirl. She was amazing in it. Sasha Calle was unbelievable. She was scary. And I was afraid of her. If I ever see her in real life, I'm going to run because I'm going to think she's going to kill me with her laser eyes. She was terrifying and I loved it. It was amazing. It was awesome. I loved the whole thing.
Oops. There we go.
What can I say? I got a soft spot for cheaters. So bravo, Batman! Bravo!
Troy Baker did such a great job as younger Mark Hamill Joker. He really did. Where do I go now?
Yeah, and just think of the acting prowess and the weight of respect that Michael Keaton has had over all the years that they could not push him around in that movie.
Yep.
No way out of there. Guess you'll just have to wait right where you are until I start sending the hotel guests through. That'll be a scream. Give it the old college try, are we?
Oops.
Your optimism is surprising. Give it a
The old college try means electrocute the Batarang and then bring it to the fuse box, like so.
Nice job, Luke.
Well, I remember some parts of the game. It's just some of the puzzles are going to take a few minutes for me to remember. So, I mean, people might die.
Don't make me take your little belt away.
Yeah, but I have to say, like, if Michael Keaton was ever interviewed and they were like, well, how come they never did to you what they did to Harrison Ford where they made you look ridiculous in your, one of your final films as an older person, with your comeback? And Michael Keaton would be like, I know why they didn't do it. Because I'm Batman.
I mean, Batman holds more iconicness than Indiana Jones.
Who would win in a fight? Old Michael Keaton or old Indiana Jones?
Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton would kill Indiana Jones 7 times over.
Yeah.
Let's just be honest here.
Especially if it's Indiana Jones from the recent movie.
And right now, you're gonna make this poor man scream his head off.
If I try to pull him out, he'll be electrocuted. I'm going to have to play along.
When you were a kid, did you ever try to
Oh no.
sing the national anthem? I was never any good at it. But this little fancy one, just the
Oops. Alright, Amber, we have to pay attention.
Alright.
For-
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I think...
Oh, I'm sorry. 1, 3, 4, 2.
Okay, next one.
4, 3, 1, 2. 4,
Yep.
3, 1, 2.
Next one. Oh, hang on, that's it.
Oh wow, Michael Keaton and Jack Nicholson are still friends to this day. Awesome, the King.
Yep.
That's really cool.
little thing you need to work on is that sense of humor. You haven't smiled once tonight. And you know what they say, a smile a day keeps the reaper away.
I think the difference between Michael Keaton and Harrison Ford is Harrison Ford kind of people lost respect for him as a human being. I'm not trying to be rude, but you know, like his wife kind of pushes him around. Not trying to be rude, but it's kind of obvious. Like he's even said it, like that he just, you know, he married a wife like way younger than him, and he kind of does whatever she says. And I don't want to say it, but he's kind of a simp for her. And it's like Michael Keaton, he still has respect as a man, as a human being, and people respect him not just as an actor and his acting abilities, but also as a person. Because he moved out of Hollywood, he, you know, has his own business. People respect not just the role he played, they respect him, Michael Keaton.
It's kind of interesting that he had a movie in the 80s where he was like a factory owner and did all this other stuff, and in real life he owns several factories in
That's
Pennsylvania. Yeah. Yeah. I think he's married with kids though, Michael, but I don't know who his wife is. I don't think she's a celebrity. I think she's just a normal lady.
I mean, that's a great way to...
Because I don't think... I don't think his, I don't know who his wife is.
I mean,
He dated Michelle Pfeiffer back in the 90s and 80s, but...
if you can be a celebrity and marry someone who's not famous and be perfectly fine with that and not need that status thing to, like, satiate you or something or be good enough.
Whoa, that guy was corrupt to the core. Got rid of him. That warden at Batcave? Pretty sure he'll be facing charges after what I made him do tonight. It's amazing what you can get done when you don't concern yourself with right and wrong. When you just do things for a laugh. So, we have made it to the end of my little carnival ride. Unfortunately, you're supposed to be dead by now. Will you excuse me while I just go shoot the architect? Come here, you little boss. Please, don't.
The boss was gonna shoot the architect.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Joker does a lot of crazy stuff.
Disturbing.
Please, please don't.
Come on, back to the bar.
Wire.
There we go.
Who are you?
I'm here to help.
There are more of them. They have my co-workers. They're forcing them.
Don't worry. I'll get to them before anything happens.
Okay.
You can start
Hurry!
food out because
Okay.
we're gonna. I have like another like maybe 10 minutes, but
Okay.
it's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'll just put the,
Please, help my co-workers. Hurry!
All right, guy, relax.
I wish we
Orphans
could-
charity ball canceled.
Oh, wow. I wish we could have a voice modifier and make it Adam's West voice on this.
Oh, you mean like AI voice?
That would be interesting.
I don't know how to do that.
The bat ain't showing up. You alright if we ice these guys?
Yeah, what the hell? Let's do this.
He says we can kill him.
Guys, look, I'm on TV. Hi, Ma.
Hey, Vicky, come here, baby. Get a shot of this.
Alright, so we want to deal with the guy with the gun. Look, Ma, I'm on TV, the helicopter, yeah. Whoops. Nope. Oh, the big guy. Holy cow, I forgot about him. He's not supposed to be here yet. So that's... And I really do appreciate that, you know, for people that are trying to replay the game or whatever, they add more of a challenge aspect to it than what's seen in the other Arkham games. Which is pretty cool that they do that. Because it's like, when you're playing through the game again, you're like, alright, I am familiar how to do some of this stuff, but wow, some of this is, you know, wow, I'm not used to this bigger enemy being until, like, later in the game.
Oh, that's
and here he is now, yep.
They added him in early on, oh my god.
And I Am the Night mode is even more insane. Like, it's like, if you die once, the game is over.
And the other Arkham games, when you play New Game Plus, it takes away your bat sense, like your Spidey sense.
Yeah, it takes away your Spidey sense, but it doesn't really give you insane enemies to fight.
Yeah, that's interesting.
It's the same game, except you can change costumes. You know, WB Games Montreal gave players like, hey, okay, we're gonna give you guys something else to... And I think I Am the Night mode was not in Arkham City either. That was in just this game. And Arkham Knight, I think.
The hostages are safe. I need to hurry to the penthouse and stop the Joker.
When you were in it, when you said that,
Yeah?
when you said that you had critiques of this game, but you still liked it, somebody asked you, and this was a while ago, what were your critiques of Arkham Asylum then? I think Luke's opinion changed every time he played it.
Well, I mean, my biggest problems with... Because remember, there was different types of games back then in 2009 that actually handled stuff better than Arkham. Most of my critiques of the original Arkham game had to do with repetitive enemies. I thought the puzzles were interesting. I thought, like, the enemy design was kind of lazy. The fact that most of the bad guys that you fight in Arkham Asylum, it felt like a cheap gimmick because they all were wearing the same uniform. There was no distinction between the enemies. That's why I was, like, really applauding them big time when Arkham City came out and you had actual factions of enemies, which was so cool.
Yeah, you talked about that when we were playing through
Two-Face,
Arkham City
Riddler
on
thugs,
Switch.
Penguin thugs, Joker thugs.
And they actually took that constructive criticism, and instead of screaming at the fans and acting like crazy or gaslighting them or being like, how dare you criticize our game that we worked so hard on, instead of doing that, the old Rocksteady actually was like, different kinds of thugs, okay, and then they added that in. They actually, every critique that fans had of Arkham Asylum, as far as I remember Luke talking about this on many different videos, he mentioned that every small critique that fans had of Arkham Asylum, Rocksteady took that to heart, and literally there wasn't a single critique that they didn't actually change something for to improve on it for Arkham City. And that's why Arkham City was so good, because they were actually using the fans' constructive criticism, and that's why it became so good.
They sped up the gameplay, they made costumes.
They listened to the fans.
Detonate December 31st. I should be able to disarm them with my cryptographic sequencer.
Okay, so...
Which is what Sega did. They listened to the fans for their Sonic movie.
Snowman bombs. What is it called? Happy New Year? Around the sun? Clock the sun. Around the sun. No! What is it? Happy New Year?
Someone just
Why?
I think they didn't know that you had another channel. Let's new channel. They keep saying that.
You just couldn't wait till New Year.
Yes, it's Nightwing01. I am Kwingsletsplays. Oh shoot. That's really gonna explode, isn't it? Oh yeah, it does. Oh wow.
Lord, I don't believe it. Ballroom Royal Hotel, where there has just been a massive explosion. And now it appears the Batman has been blown from the building by the blast and is somehow hanging from the bottom of our helicopter. What's this? Several armed men have gathered on a balcony.
Those men have guns. We gotta go.
We wait for him to jump.
It's not worth it, Vicky.
You wait till he jumps or you'll be working traffic from now on, you hear me?
Here we go.
After years of on and off unconfirmed sightings with no recorded video, we've seen the Bat twice tonight and caught him on film. Could this be the turning of a new leaf for the mysterious vigilante? Is he about to become a public figure? One thing's for sure, after what I've seen him do tonight, he's on his way to becoming a household name. You saw it here tonight, the Batman on live television. This is Vicky Vale signing off.
You're just a man. They fight like children in our barrios.
Yeah, so after we get past this section, guys and gals, we're gonna be continuing. Ow. Because there's gonna be a point where I think after this section here, because the Royal Hotel is actually a very long level, so it's great for a two-parter. Ow. Because you have to confront Bane and do a bunch of other stuff. Shoot, I didn't mean to do that.
Mercenaries. Let's see what they're made of.
Oh, I didn't realize I was a...
We must try harder.
I didn't realize I was a ninja. Okay. Oh, I didn't realize I killed him. Oh. I did knock him down. Yes, of course.
Stop until you're dead.
What? Yeah, a lot of people think that I left the internet, but I've been on my Let's Play channel for years. My Let's Play channel is going to celebrate, I don't know how many years I've been at it on this channel. A long time. But I've been on the internet longer. They will fail to resist, kill them all, Gotham turned upside down, Christmas Day, I run this town. Okay. And this leads to the next. Where is this going? Yep, I think this is a good place to stop. And then we'll resume at 9 o'clock after Amber and I have eaten. So we're going to take an hour break. And then I get to have my Christmas dinner. So, yeah, I hope you guys had fun. And we're going to be confronting the Joker. Maybe you guys can come up with a cool Adam West style title like we did for this episode. This episode was called Dangerous Holiday Hotel of Death. Sounds like a hokey Adam West name.
Alright, Lukey.
Yep. The ham is here. So, yeah. Yeah, Amber's cooking up a storm. So, I'm going to go, guys and gals. We'll see you at 9 o'clock with the next exciting episode of Batman Arkham Origins. And we're going to be confronting both Joker and Bane. And then I believe the fight with Alfred is next, too. So it's going to be a very action-packed, story-driven episode. So yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys for you almost hit 200 likes. It'd be amazing if you guys could get 200 likes before the stream ends. You're at 189 right now. That'd be cool. Yeah, Amber, I mean, we're having our Christmas dinner 2 days late, but Amber was exhausted the other days. We also went shopping yesterday and some other stuff, so there was really no time to cook because, I mean, it's, you know, tough going out. We went to the retro store. It was a lot of fun. We picked up some games for my niece and nephew to send to them. And trying to think what else we did. Oh, we replaced Amber's broken Switch.
Yesterday, I wanted to get views on the channel because we had been off.
Yeah. So, I mean, we still haven't quite gotten out of holiday mode, but probably tomorrow or the 29th, it'll be back to, like, multiple streams a day. Right now, we're still kind of, like, in holiday mode. We're transitioning back to work, basically. So, but yeah. Use the Batarang to break some TVs. I will.
We don't get vacations.
Yeah, we don't get vacations. We'll break some of Joker's stuff next time. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. You are literally so close to 200 likes. It'd be great to see it get 200 likes, like when the video is in post, because that'll help growth and all kinds of stuff with the video. And I will be back at 9 o'clock with the next exciting episode. So enjoy your hour break. If you guys need to do something in the meantime, there's a new video up on the 01 channel discussing the leaks, about how they're, you know, dismissing the leaks now. And then you guys have a fun Batman video that'll be uploaded on this channel talking about how the Arkham Trilogy is now on sale for $39.99. If you haven't picked it up already, Nintendo Switch Arkham Trilogy, $39.99 on Nintendo Switch, both on the eShop, digitally, and at GameStop. Alright guys, God bless, happy gaming, thanks so much for watching. Adam West will return in a little bit.